or decreates. So it's a new year, the holidays are behind us, so let's get back to sewing. If you're like a lot of people, you probably got a brand new sewing machine for Christmas and you're so excited to use it. But what do you start with? There's a really common practice in fashion and costuming school where you're basically learning how to sew the technical way, one small basic at a time. And you combine all of those basics together in a binder, just kind of like a portfolio of, I know how to do this. So we'll do a variation of that. So this first assignment we're going to go ahead and have is to go find some woven muslin. There are various types, various price ranges. My best advice to you is to get the cheapest with the largest width. Go ahead and pick up 2 or 3 yards, and this will last you for most of the samples in our book. Let's get started on your first sample. Your first step will be to cut out 2 squares, 6 inches by 6 inches. Once those are cut out, take them to the ironing board, flatten them out. Now pin the 2 together. Now mark the 2 squares with a straight line, a curved line, and just a weird line with a curlicue in it. Sew along each of those lines and in the spaces between to practice your maneuverability. If you'd like to follow along and create a sample binder of your own, I have a PDF in the description that includes all the resources you'll need, including a list of notions and machine parts that you should keep an eye out for in order to complete these projects. So when it comes to sewing, you're going to come across a number of different seams, a number of different finishes. This is a great way to make sure that you're hitting the right speed, you're not shoving the fabric through the machine, that the machine is properly oiled and maintained, and that the machine has the right tension and the right thread for the project you're using. So we're going to cover all of that and more in future episodes, but for today, I just want you to start out with threading that machine, getting that bobbin filled, and sewing in a straight line. If you end up with some issues along the way, that is expected. I expect something to go wrong. The bobbin runs out, the tension goes crazy, that kind of a thing. So this is our problem solving week to figure out what the heck's going on and how do sewing machines even work in the first place. So how do you get the sample book started? Get a 3-ring binder that's 2.5 to 3 inches, so one of the really wide ones, and you're going to go ahead and get a stack of cardstock. Now the cardstock is just a basis for you to write down what the skill is, and then you're going to staple the samples to that. And so over time, you're going to end up with quite a few samples in the sample book. So what you'll do with that sample book is also include any notes you may have or tips and tricks that are specific to your machine, because not all machines have the same quirks. And that's it. You have successfully completed the first week. I'm looking forward to working with you the rest of the year.